Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I have another foundation review for you today, and this one is featuring the Makeupforever HD Skin Foundation. If you've just stumbled upon my video, my name is Angelica. I do beauty and lifestyle videos here on YouTube, and I hope you decide to subscribe if you find this video helpful. So for this video today, we are going to be talking about the Makeupforever HD Skin Foundation. I have been a fan of the HD Skin line from Makeupforever. I did own the original HD Skin Foundation and I did love that a lot. So when they reformulated, I was definitely intrigued, and especially because this thing is so cute. Like, the packaging is very, very chic. This foundation retails for $43, and I actually purchased mine off of the Makeupforever website because they were having their friends and family sale, which was better than the Sephora sale. So I got like 30% off instead of the 15% off at Sephora. Definitely keep an eye out for their friends and family sales, because most of the time it's a little bit better than the Sephora sale. And then the only kind of con with that is that if the foundation doesn't work for you, they don't offer a free return. You have to like pay for it if the foundation color does not work out for you, and you need to like exchange it. They don't offer like a free program like some other brands do, which kind of sucks. And if you did purchase at Sephora, you can easily go into Sephora and exchange it for a different color. So that's the only thing. It's been a while since I used the Makeupforever, the old formula, so I can't really kind of compare it too much with the new formula, but I'll tell you my experience with this product. Before we go over the review of the video, I'll go over a couple of the claims of the foundation on the Sephora website, because I love knowing those. It's like knowledge is power. But so the highlighted ingredients, it says it has micro skin system and it follows the skin movement, provides immediate high correction and smooth skin. It has vegetable origin glycerol, helps to preserve the initial moisturizing of the skin during the 24-hour period. And the last highlighted ingredient is called exopolysaccharide, helps for radiance of complexion during the 24-hour period. It says right here, this is the new and improved version of the Ultra HD Foundation, and it's powered by technology that enhances performance and undetectability for skin that looks like skin under any light. Comfortable and easy to apply, this medium to full coverage foundation flexes with skin for no caking or settling into lines. HD Skin is vegan, non-comedogenic, waterproof, sweatproof, and comes in more sustainable packaging. It says right here that the HD Skin bottle is recyclable and made from 40% recycled glass, and it also has an FSC carton and biosourced cap, which is really, really nice. I thought that's really nice to know, and it's really chic and it's all earth friendly. This foundation also has clinical results like the NARS foundation that I just reviewed. If you haven't seen that and if you're curious about that foundation, I will link it in the info bar. 98% agreed that color did not change after drying, and we'll go over that because that's kind of a lie. 95% agree that complexion looks smoother. I think so. 94% agreed that foundation did not crack or cling to patches throughout the day. I actually agree with it. To tell you a little bit about my skin, I have combination oily skin and I have very acne prone skin. I do have acne scarring on my cheeks and my forehead, and I have a lot of broken capillaries on my nose because I have not been gentle with kind of clearing my nose. So I have a lot of broken capillaries around my nose that needs to be concealed with my foundation. So for the application part of this video, one side of my face I used a brush, and then the other side I used a dampened beauty blender. For the brush application, I used the IT Cosmetics Buffing Foundation. I love this foundation. I think it's a semi-dense foundation brush, and I felt like this would pair perfectly well with this foundation. And I felt like a less dense brush pretty much kind of like thinned out the foundation a little bit better and in spreading it throughout my face. I love the IT Cosmetics foundation brush because this one is pretty good in buffing foundation. I felt like this foundation brush really paired well with this foundation. This foundation is not runny whatsoever. It is actually quite dense. And I felt like with the brush application, I did get a really nice finish with the brush foundation. But when applying it with the beauty blender on the other side, I felt like the beauty blender did a really good job in distributing the product evenly on my face. And since the foundation is a little bit more dense and creamy, the dampened beauty blender was able to distribute the product a little bit better on my skin. And the application with the Beauty Blender, I felt like the finish is a lot more beautiful compared to the brush application. I don't use my Beauty Blender much because I do prefer brush application, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to show you guys how the sponge applies compared to the brush. And I felt like the sponge application is actually more beautiful compared to the brush. So for the application of this foundation, I do prefer the Beauty Blender side compared to the brush, but I'll keep using the brush because I love brush applications anyway. It's not that it's too bad, but I felt like the Beauty Blender just made it look super seamless on my skin, and it gave my skin a really nice coverage. One of the things that I really liked about the HD Skin Line foundation from Makeupforever is that it's always been kind of like really skin-like, and it just made it basically just kind of enhanced your skin, and it never looked cakey. And this formula is no different, and it's beautiful. I'm not sure if the old formula claimed to be waterproof and sweat proof. I'm not sure if it was, but I feel like this foundation actually lasted a little bit better compared to the old one, and I love that. As far as how this foundation feels on the skin, it's absolutely lightweight on the skin. You barely feel that you have any foundation on, and I felt like it just glided on my skin really, really well. It concealed my acne scarring really well, and I felt like I didn't have to apply too much. I didn't feel like I needed to go in to do, usually I do a second coat of foundation to conceal my acne scarring on my cheeks, my broken capillaries around my nose, and then the scars on my forehead. But I felt like I didn't need to do that because just one pump of the foundation on my face pretty much covered everything that I needed to cover, and I absolutely adore that. The shade that I got for this foundation is 2Y32. So when I was ordering this foundation, I was actually going to lean towards a little bit lighter. It was the one that was a shade before that. I will put it on the screen what shade I was supposed to order, but that one was sold out. With the popularity of these new foundations, a lot of shades are sold out. So if you want to wait to make sure you just get your perfect shade, but 2Y32 actually works for me. So remember when it said that it doesn't change color when it dries? This is a complete lie, okay? Because this 2Y32 is a perfect shade for me upon like wet application. I think it looks perfect on my skin. But upon drying, this foundation turns a little bit warmer. So just be warned, if you already purchased like a warm tone foundation, this does turn really, really warm. I'll show you on the screen how much of a difference it is when it is wet and when it is dry. With that said, 2Y32, I think it's a perfect color for me, especially during the summer months, especially with the dry down. I feel like for the winter time, this shade is going to be a little too tan for me, maybe just a smidgen because of how it dries. It dries at least 2 shades warmer, but for a summer shade, this would be a perfect summer shade for me. I feel like the shade that I was originally matched with, because they have like a really smart matching system on the Makeupforever website. You take a picture in natural light and they tell you the shade that you should be getting, and that's how I got the recommendation, because they give you 3 shades of foundation shades, and the one in the middle is basically like your perfect shade, and that was mine, and that was like sold out. So with that said, 2Y32 works, but it just dries down a lot warmer, so just note that ahead of time. And when you're purchasing your shade, I would say like go down maybe a shade better, but I can work with this, and this is a perfect shade for me for summer, and I can mix this in during the winter to make it work a little bit better when I'm a little bit paler. As far as the claims for this foundation being waterproof and sweat proof, I haven't really like worked out with this foundation to tell you if it rubbed off, but I feel like for the most part, with my oily skin at the end of the day, I think it still looks really, really good. Like I still get a little bit shiny at the end of the day, but nothing that blotting can't solve. But for the most part, I think longevity of this foundation is A+. And I actually think this foundation lasts a lot longer compared to the original HD Skin. I don't think that the original HD Skin had those claims of being waterproof and sweat proof and whatnot. So I think longevity is A+ with this foundation. I really, really like it. So overall, I really do like this foundation. I think this foundation looks so beautiful on the skin. This is the foundation that I'm wearing right now, and I think it's just luminous. It looks like skin. It does not look cakey at all. It's almost undetectable. Just make sure that you get your correct shade. This foundation lasts really, really well, even with my oily skin, and I do look forward to wearing this a lot, especially going into the summer months. And if I'm going to like a special event when I want my foundation to stay like put all day and still look nice, I would definitely go to this because it's absolutely beautiful. So that is pretty much it for this review video. I hope you guys found this helpful, and if you did, I would appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!